have here is the Build-A-Bot robotics building set, which I was really excited to try out with my daughter. So there's this battery pack, which as you can see through there has 4 AAA batteries in it. There's a remote control, which takes a couple of, I think it was AA batteries here in the back. Yes, 2 AA's. Those were pretty easy to install. Then there's all these, standard parts, and I was really excited to get started with this, but as we started building, my daughter, my 8-year-old, was getting really frustrated with putting the pieces together. And as I started trying to help her, I kind of saw why. They look a lot like Legos, but to get them together, they're a little finicky to get the pieces to stay in place. Like if you look at, for example, actually this piece wasn't really a good example because this one is just the holes going in holes. The ones that are difficult are these ones with the rectangular pegs like this. Trying to get those to fit in was very frustrating for her, and honestly it's frustrating for me too. I mean, even right now I'm trying to get this to stay in there, and it takes a few tries. You've got to get it lined up exactly right, push really hard. Let me get another piece that's totally flat. Push really hard and try to get it just right. And we kept finding, as we were trying to build one of the actual vehicles from here, that every time we, put a piece on, another piece would pop off because of all the pressure we were using. So we started off, we were going to build, where is the instruction? We were going to build this design here, which is supposed to end up looking like this in the end. But after getting just the basic platform together, my daughter was so frustrated that I decided, okay, let's just move to trying to put the robotics on and, try that part out and see how cool it is. So, I'm gonna put this wheel back on here. If I turn the robotics pack on, now the remote control has forward, backward, left, and right buttons here that are used, basically the battery pack has wires that go into these pieces under here that control these wheels in the back. So I think you're starting to see one of the other issues I have here, which is that there's only 2 of these purple pieces in the set that are the spokes for the non-powered wheels, and one of my spokes will not hold a wheel on. I've tried it with multiple ones of these red wheels. It's not the wheel, it's the spoke. It just doesn't hold it in place. It's very loose, and so I can try putting it on there. Let me start this back here, but move the camera out a little bit. Path there. Let's see. Okay, well, I was really hoping to be able to show you how this was going to move around on video, but it appears that the battery pack and the remote control have lost their pairing with each other, and there was a single kind of black and white photocopied page that was kind of just slipped into this instruction book when I got it, and looks like, not surprisingly, a single loose piece of paper my kids must have misplaced, and I can't find it anymore. That was the only set of instructions on how to pair these 2 things together. It was some sort of a complicated series of button presses. I remember you started off by holding these 2 down together, then releasing one of them and pressing something else that I thought was like the OK button, and then a number, but I've tried a number of different sequences and nothing's working. So that's kind of frustrating. Once you do get it paired, it does go, the left and right, the turn buttons, they turn extremely fast, such as the entire, as soon as you press it, the entire car just starts spinning and doing donuts and circles, round and round and round. You can't really just do a subtle turn, which is a little frustrating when my daughter was trying to steer this around. Also, as you already saw, one of our spokes doesn't work, so as soon as the car starts moving forward just a little bit with the mechanized stuff, yeah, the wheel falls off, which I was wrong. It's this wheel. This one's fine. So all in all, I'm just really not all that impressed. Also, it's not programmable at all. It's just really a remote control buildable vehicle. So cool idea, just the execution is really disappointing. So it's really too bad that I just can't fully recommend this particular product.